I'm finally on spring break for work. So for these next couple of days, I am just taking advantage of trying to catch up on cleaning as well as content creating. I'm not going to lie, I feel like I haven't been truly aligned with what I've been creating lately. I feel a little bit behind, especially on my editing. I just started a new job in January. So, trying to balance that with social life, the dogs, and I'm also training for a half marathon in May. I'm just learning to properly balance everything. And now that I have the next couple of days off, I can truly just reset. The house has been neglected a little bit. We do our best to try to reset every weekend since that's the only time me and Mara are off, and then try to clean up throughout the week as much as we can. Obviously, life can get in the way, so we don't always get to stay on task with it, and that's okay. That just makes us human. But today we are starting the spring reset. We are going to go through majority of the rooms here in the house and try to clean up. We live in the desert, and if you know in the desert, when spring is around, yes, the weather is changing, but that also means the winds are horrendous here. We have like 22-mile winds, 32-mile-per-hour gusts. Whatever you want to put it at is what the weatherman tells me. And that means there is just so much sand and dust blowing into this house, especially with the dogs having to go in and out. So there is like a good layer of just dust over everything. And my allergies are also the worst during this time. So we're going to try to clean up as much as we can. And I'm obviously going to bring you along with me. Hopefully, if you need some cleaning motivation, this will help. And I'll probably try to do some things to reset myself. I need to catch up on some editing. I'm also on my first day in my period, so I'm doing my best here. I'm also recording this spring reset over on my short form, so go check out my Instagram or my TikTok to also get like behind the scenes of that. So let's go ahead and get started. Please don't judge. There is a good amount of dishes here. It doesn't actually seem a lot. It's just because a lot of them are bigger items. So it kind of takes up more space. I don't like doing dishes. I absolutely don't. I despise it. Mario doesn't like doing laundry, but ironically, we like the opposite where he prefers doing dishes and I prefer doing laundry. But because I'm already in the state flow of cleaning and I've gotten through a good majority of this kitchen, it looks a lot better than what it used to. I will now do the dishes. This is probably one of like the others that I have left of the kitchen. I just need the dishes and then the counter over here and then kind of just like clean the nicks and crannies of areas that you don't really pay attention to when you're far away. But when you like really look deep, you can see where all the crumbs and dusts are. So we'll get to that as soon as I finish the dishes. I've been cleaning for probably a good 2 hours and I'm still in the kitchen. I haven't even started on the rest of this house. For this long form video, I don't know if I want to break it up into 2 parts or turn it into one giant cleaning video. Just depends on how long this might take. I'm only on the kitchen, so maybe I might break it up into 2 parts where I just focus on the common areas like the kitchen, dining room, the living room area where a lot of people just hang out. And then the second video could be focusing on our offices, our bedroom, our bathroom, the guest room, things of that sort. Maybe that could be a second video because I think editing all of this in one big video is just going to be too much for me and I don't feel like doing it. So we're going to get started on these dishes now. My hands smell so much like chemicals. Ugh. Whoops. Okay, so for the microwave, I did clean the outside. Unfortunately, the inside needs cleaning, and I don't really feel like doing that right now. That's why there's a door. It exists to hide away all of the stuff I don't want you to see. I am almost done. I'm just going to do the counter and then take a break. There's some things that I still haven't quite finished, which is obviously like sweeping and mopping, but that could be saved for later. Hey, no, sir. You knocked out my tripod, silly. I don't have anything for you. For now on, as I clean, I'm going to wear gloves because all the chemicals is just drying out my hands and I actually hate the way that it feels right now. Okay, let's clean the counter and then I think that should be it for the kitchen. There is one little area at the top of the stove that I probably should get because that gets so sticky, but that's going to be worried for another day. And then as for the microwave situation, I think I'm just going to have Mario clean the inside of that. Yeah. All right, let's get started. Mario's cleaning the microwave. Thank you. It was definitely overdue. Kitchen area is done. There's some things that still needs to be dusted down, like on top of the fridge and above our cabinets, but no one's not going to look up there. I'm not being graded on that. It doesn't exist. Out of sight, out of mind is how I think about it. I still need to sweep and mop, but that will be saved for once most of the rooms are completely done. Then I can just mop and sweep all at the same time. I am pooped. It's currently 6. I started this at 2, so it took me like 4 hours to clean just one part of the house, which is just the kitchen, and that was a lot. So I'm at like 6% right now and starving. So kitchen's completed. Now let's go ahead and start on the dining room area. It's the next day. Our next area of focus is the dining room. I'll just say right now, this is probably the one room that gets the dustiest and the dirtiest the quickest. This is just where we host our friends, where we hang out, play games, and it's right near our back door. So, of course, when the dogs are going in and out or when it's super windy, all the sand and dust just collects over every piece of furniture and shot glass that there is on this liquor cabinet. No matter how many times we clean it, it gets dusty within like 2 days. And please do not judge. There is a layer of dust on this liquor cabinet. This is probably the one things I don't like cleaning all the time, just because there's so many things that just comes on these shelves at times. I try to keep it clean, but sometimes we get a little lazy. We will put random stuff on here that doesn't belong there. Bad habit of ours. We're trying to break it. But it's mostly because we have so many shot glasses that it just gets a layer of dust. But don't worry, we're not drinking liquor out of these dusty ass shot glasses. We do rinse them. We don't even use them all. We usually use maybe like 3 to 4, depending how many people are over. And even then, we don't even drink that much. So this is probably the one area that does cause my allergies to worsen a bit. We're gonna get it done. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long, and then we can start on another area of the house. So I have a podcast ready, and let's get started on the dining room area. I found brownish thing. That's horrible. I don't know how long that took me to just clean the liquor cabinet. It felt like forever, but it's finally done. It's clean. It's also a little bit more organized. I had to throw away some things. There's some things I was going to give away because we don't need them. I'm trying to declutter as much as I can. We're trying to move at the end of this year, and I just don't want to have to declutter the entire house at the last minute because that would mentally drive me insane and probably put me into a psychosis. We're not going to do that. We're going to do a little bit at a time. I wiped down these big appliances. I wiped down every single shot glass with a damp like towel just to get the dust off. If anybody actually wants to use it, it takes like 10 seconds to go to the sink and like fully wash it if it bothers you that bad. Our little shelf of anime figures is just up here. It gets a dedication on the liquor shelf. And then our other things like big mugs, things like growlers and wine glasses that we don't really use but don't have much room in our cabinets, they just are on display. For a liquor cabinet, we have no liquor. This was the only liquor that we had, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just still from our early 20s that we keep every empty bottle of liquor like it's a graveyard, and we don't need to do that anymore, okay? We're not in that era. We're in the era that we're going to throw these away because we don't need them. And then I'm going to start on this counter near our window, and mostly everything is pretty much clean. I just need to sweep. It's 1:14. I'm a little hungry. I'm feeling a little snacky. So I might just snack real quick and then I'll continue cleaning. I don't know why we have an acorn. Don't need any of these, so all of these will get donated. This is a TV stand that Mario bought from an estate sale, and he hasn't used it, so I'm just gonna put this in his office and let him deal with it himself. We bought this from a vending machine at a bar, and if you know these are those like glow-in-the-dark stars that you put on your ceiling. These are so nostalgic, and I haven't had these or seen them in a while. So we bought them like months ago, but we haven't figured out where we want to put these. So they're going to be put to use, I promise you. I just don't know where we're going to put them. We'll figure it out then. Do I need this? Don't need that. They're just a bunch of sticks. I don't remember what I had these for. They're skewer sticks, like kebab sticks, but I don't think I'm going to need them. So I think I might just throw them away. And then this glass, I just like because it's the shape of a boot. So you keep it more for decorations than anything else. I have this issue where if I see something that looks cool, that could be like an art piece or it looks aesthetic somehow, I keep it for the particular reason to display it as art in the house. And it could be like trash to you, but to me, it feels like an art piece. And it's probably really bad of me to constantly do. I'm going to keep this still. And then when it comes to still decluttering, by the time it gets closer to our move, I'll debate by then if I want to keep it or get rid of it. But for right now, it's a keep. I don't know what this goes to. I guess I'll just throw it away. Okay, I will say the dining area is probably like a good 85% done and cleaned. The last thing I need to do is take out the recycle because it's just full to the brim, then probably sweep. Because as you can see, our floor is just full of sand. It's horrible. I mean, it's not just only from the dogs coming in and out. We live in a pretty older house, and a lot of the doors and the windows, certain areas aren't sealed as properly. So sand still manages to find its way in, no matter if we had the doors closed or not. It's a lot. I did go in with the vacuum in like little corners, like the window seal and around the cabinets, which made a difference, I would say, of getting rid of all the dust that was just collected. It was horrible. I could feel it that my allergies are kicking in because there's just so much dust in this house, especially around this area. It's just crazy. I don't know how else to describe it. It's 2:17. I ate a little bit of like chips earlier just to snack and to kind of like give my brain a break because I don't want to say I'm overwhelmed, but I am a little bit overwhelmed with just the amount of cleaning that I am doing. And then plus I'm on my second day of my period. So I'm just like, I'm not in it right now. I'm surprised with my own self that I've been able to clean this much. I'm just so tired. I do have a little box already of things that I'm probably just going to donate. I think I'm only going to work on the dining room for today and then maybe move on to the living room tomorrow. It is only Tuesday, plus it is St. Patty's Day. So I want to get a little bit of editing done before I get to go out and do some Irish car bombs with Mario and Tristan just to like end it on a good day. Plus, I'm also craving bulldog ramen. I haven't had it since last week and I really want it, but I said no, I'm not going to give it to myself until I like deep clean this area and I'm completely finished, and that will be my reward for today is a bulldog ramen. So I'm very excited for that. I am starving and I'm ready to just finish this area. So let's go do that. I don't know, you guys do it, but anytime that I recycle, I'm really adamant about breaking up the boxes because it just fits more into the recycle bin, and instead of just throwing it in like this. So I'm gonna break these down and then throw them in the recycle bin, of course. I hate that people think this is trash. This isn't trash. This is a recycle. I also have to go through this recycle bin to make sure there's nothing that is non-recyclable in here because we've had 2 issues where they left us notes that there was one item that wasn't recyclable. We're on thin ice, so if we happen to have one more incident, they're not gonna pick up our recycle bin anymore, and I'm trying to avoid that. And just now, I just found used napkins, knowing that this is not the trash can, and people know this. Sometimes they forget. So unfortunately, I have to go through this until I paint this trash can blue. I do what I can. Okay, all of that is recycled. Okay, let's go take this out. Whew. It's nice and bright outside. Hi guys. Hi Maple Bliss. The time is currently 2:53 and I am completely done with the dining room area. It is so much cleaner. It is less dusty. It feels and looks cleaner, which I'm very happy about. Oh my God. Cleaning just takes so much energy out of me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I will say what's been pretty helpful is actually watching other creators declutter and clean their space as well, and just hearing them like ramble or like the music in the background. Obviously, I'm not watching it. It definitely feels like I'm cleaning with them, they're cleaning with me. So it's definitely been helpful in the process of cleaning the house. I am just so happy I'm done with this area and I'm ready to eat. I'm starving. I'm gonna go eat that bulldog ramen and I'm very proud and gonna reward myself. So thank you. The next area that we'll probably focus on is the living room. We do have the chimney area, but that is just a bookcase full of stuff. And I don't have the brain capacity to work on that area. I'd rather just wait until the weekend and it's me and Mario. We can work on it together. So tomorrow's focus will be the living room. And then I think that would be good for a lot of the common areas, depending on how long this video would be. I have no idea. We'll see. Yeah, I shall see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey, it's the next day. First off, it looks a little different right now. And the reason why is because I just bought a new lens. Yay, how exciting. I actually got the Sony 11mm 1.8 lens. So It's a wide angle lens. I've been needing one for the longest time. And I'm so happy because now you can actually see more of the surrounding. Amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited to actually physically use this lens. It makes me feel like I'm an actual YouTuber, even though I am a YouTuber. But it just gives me the sense that I feel like a real YouTuber with a wide angle lens. Because come on, all the YouTubers basically use wide angle lenses. It's actually great because now I don't have to stick my arm out so far out whenever I'm vlogging. And I can actually now have me and Mario in the same frame. It's great. I can't wait to continue using this lens. It's going to be such a great addition to my equipment. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday we focused on the dining room. Now it's the living room. It looks a little bit like a disaster. Our couch is up front. I normally am not a fan of this. We usually have it in the back, but when season 2 of One Piece live action came out, we did want it to be a little closer to the TV to watch it. And obviously that was like a couple of weeks ago. Probably by the time this video goes up, it was probably months ago. I don't know. You tell me what day this was uploaded and how long ago season 2 came out. I already have my to-do list of what I'm going to clean up in the living room. I already have YouTube set up on the TV. I have it for my headphones, so you don't hear anything else besides maybe some ASMR. Probably not smart that I'm doing this in a skirt, but I really do not care. My focus is just we clean up. Let's get started. Okay, this couch is kind of heavy, so I'm gonna do my best to move it and not hurt myself, as well as wearing a skirt. Wish me luck. Fuck. Okay, I did it. This was a lot of hair that accumulated in the living room. Mind you, this is from 2 dogs. It's what's collected all over the floor, as well as in the carpet and on the couch and the little chair. So this is kind of typical, honestly, the amount of hair that will sweep up. I promise you we do clean, but trust me, even after mopping, the hair just never stops. If you're going to get dogs, that just comes with it. You're gonna have to deal with hair, especially with 2 dogs, and they shed a lot. It's just something that we accepted. But this floor is definitely dirty. I could probably make a sweater out of their hair. Okay, so I pretty much dusted down everything in this room and swept, even though I swept the floor just looks absolutely dirty. I mean, we do have black and white tiles, so it just shows any type of dirt pretty easily. I didn't mop the kitchen nor the dining room area because I knew I wanted to mop it at the same time that I would do the living room. It just feels a little easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the mop ready, and we're gonna do the living room first, and then we'll move on to the kitchen and dining room. And then I should be pretty much done with the common areas. I know we never got to the chimney room, but that's okay. Like I said, that's another task I'd rather do with Mario and not by myself. So let's get mopping. Okay, I am completely done with cleaning the living room. I also went ahead and finished mopping both the kitchen and the dining room area. I just didn't show it on camera because I was honestly too lazy and did not want to set up the tripod at all to do it. I just wanted to mop and get it over with and be done with it. It took me exactly 2 hours to fully clean this area, and my timer went off exactly when I finished putting this blanket on the couch. Impeccable timing of mine, I gotta say. Great time management. I'm just kidding. I don't, psych, I don't think I got good time management. I do my best. I still don't know whether this video is going to be in one big part or 2 parts. It really does depend on how much footage I have to edit and if I'm willing to edit one big video. I have no idea. So I will say right now, if you still got more on the timeline, then I shall see you guys in probably like 2 seconds when I'm starting on the next room of the house. But if this is pretty much ending, then I will go ahead and say that I appreciate and love every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this cleaning video motivated you to get up and try to clean, reset your space a bit. I know these videos help me. I went ahead and just played a bunch of them in the background as I cleaned, and it made me feel a lot more productive. So I hope this video of mine does the same for you. Thank you again. I love you all. Stay tuned for part 2 of the spring reset with me, and I shall see you all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.